Hi, my name is NURAIN and AMIRAH binti ZAI'IN.
Hi everyone, my name is NURUL and IZZATIE binti MOHAMAD ROSDIN. I'm from GBC 2423A, so let's start.
Hi everyone, so today we are going to present about the chapter 5. For the question E, average living cost of the customer greater than 3,000. First, we get the hypothesis, which is null hypothesis, mean average living cost greater than 3,000. And we want to test whether alternative hypothesis is less than 3,000. The alpha is 0.05. Since there are no standard deviation given, so we will use t-test formula. The formula is population mean minus mean divided by standard deviation and square root by n. So you will get this answer. Next step, determine decision rule. Calculate the critical test and the p-value. So critical test, you will be using formula TIMV open bracket 1 minus alpha, comma, n minus 1, and you will get 1.9624. For the p-value, you will be using TIST open bracket and t, comma, n minus 1 and true. And you will get this answer. For the last step, we're gonna drawing a conclusion. We must compare the critical test with the t-test. So we can conclude that we failed to reject because it is included in their non-rejection region. We failed to reject the null hypothesis. So same goes with the p-value. We failed to reject the null hypothesis.
So let's move on to the next question, which is determine whether any significant difference exists in vacation number per year among customers with different levels of education. First, I will separate the column respondent vacation per year and education into another new sheet. I will sort them. The education levels, I will transfer the vacation number per year table. After completing, click the data analysis, choose ANOVA single factor, select the input range, click the label in first row, select the output range here, okay, and then format the size. So the conclusion is the difference between p-value approach and critical value approach is p-value approach, the f-statistic value is 0.2414 and the p-value is 0.8668, which is greater than 0.05. Thus, we fail to reject the null hypothesis and conclude the mean dividend yield for any significant difference exists in vacation number per year among customers with different levels of education. For critical value approach, the f-statistic value is 0.2414 and the critical f-value is 2.9223, whereby the f-statistic value is less than the critical f-value.
For the question C, a researcher wants to know if education level and marital status are related for all respondents. So first, you click insert and then click pivot table, copy this data, click OK, put respondent to the values and divide it to count, click OK, relationship status, go to rows, relation put in the columns, click X. So pivot table will be like this. After we do the pivot table, we move to the step 2, which is the expected frequency using this formula, which is total rows times grand total columns divided by the grand total. We move to the step 3, which is calculate the chi-square using the formula open bracket, observed value minus expected square and power of 2 and then divided by the expected frequency, and you get this answer. So now how to analyze? So we will see the alternative hypothesis, which is the preference of education level and marital status are not related. So we'll compare the critical chi-square with the critical value. Since chi-square is more than critical value, so we have to reject the null hypothesis. So I make the conclusion that the preference of education level and marital status are not related. So that's all for us. Thank you.